Hey guys, what's up? Well, I'm on my journey to work today and I thought about a nice topic that I should actually talk about. It's basically about why bikes are so awesome. Well, for some, they are, for others, they're not, right? I'm pretty sure that, those who have never experienced like the thrill of riding a motorcycle, um, they're gonna say that bikes are dangerous, right? But actually, you riding a bike, it's a pretty amazing experience. Why? You have nothing separating you from the world around you. Yeah, it sounds really dangerous, right? But I mean, come on, you're more connected with the outside world and everything, right? So let's take a look at the number one reason um, why bikes are so awesome. So number one, no traffic. I mean, some of us can relate to being in a vehicle and seeing bikes just zoom past, just pass you by. I mean, yeah, that's one of the most awesome perks of actually riding a bike. So the reason why I call it no traffic is because many persons say that if you're riding a bike, there's virtually no traffic for you. Why? Because yes, lane splitting is legal in Jamaica for those my international viewers. Lane splitting is legal in Jamaica, so we can swerve through the cars and go to the top of the line. And many drivers don't like that, but I mean, that's pretty awesome that we actually can do that, and that is basically one of the number one reasons for me being a rider. Number one reasons for me being a biker, right? We don't like to say rider in Jamaica because, it evokes a different kind of thinking. But, yeah, number one reason, once more, no traffic. Number two, I would say is gas prices, right? So, in Jamaica, for me, usually I would pay like around $1,200 to $1,500. That's Jamaican dollars. In US, that would be like 10 US, 12 US at the gas pump to full my tank, right? Depending on the gas price as well. Usually that amount, $10 or 1,500 Jamaican dollars, or 1,500 as we would call it, usually that amount would actually serve a car one day or maybe less depending on how far the car goes. So if I'm spending $1,500 per week and a car is spending $1,500 per day, you do the math and see which is cheaper. And the bike is taking you the same place that the car is taking you. There's no limitations, right? So why not ride a bike? It's much cheaper. So yeah, that's my number two reason why bikes are awesome. Yeah, gas prices. Save a lot at the pump. My number three reason would be cost. And when I say cost, I mean the cost of actually purchasing a bike or motorcycle. Like, if you take the price of one motorcycle or bike in Jamaica and compare that to the price of one car, you probably can buy at least 3 bikes with the money that you would use to buy one car. Many of you are gonna say, that doesn't matter me, I'm gonna be protected and I'm gonna be more safe, I'm gonna be safer and all that jazz. But I mean, if you really love bikes, you'll actually consider that. Some guys actually consider that the price, because I mean, if you really love bikes, you're gonna be you're not gonna be concerned about the amount that you're paying. You're just gonna say, hey, I need a bike. I love bikes. I love the thrill. I love the openness. You love everything, and you just spend your money and get a bike. So let's move on to my number 4 reason, right? And this one is it's pretty controversial because many persons are gonna say no and some are gonna say yeah. So number 4, girls love bikes. So we call it the chick magnet. So some girls are gonna deny that they actually love bikes, but I mean, what is there not to love about a bike? The curve and the shape, everything is there to love. Bikes are awesome. So yeah, some girls really like bikes. Like, the type of bike that I'm riding, my personal experience is that if I just ride my bike to like um an area, let's say, for example, let's say in a high school area, and I'll be just sitting on my bike and minding my own business, I can bet you how much $100 that maybe 5 or more girls are gonna approach me, or they're gonna recognize me and say, hey, nice bike, can you give me a drop somewhere, or can you take me for a lift, or would I look sexy on the back of the bike there? Yeah. Like, I can bet you money that a lot of girls are gonna say that. For real. And it does happen. And I mean, riding a bike comes with a certain I don't even know what to call it. But riding a bike comes with a certain it's not responsibility, but certain thing attached. It's like, if you're riding a bike, then you must be cool, right? And to be honest, in Jamaica, you have a lot of riders or bikers that are not cool per se. They're just persons who they just ride bikes just to get from one place to the other. And I mean, I respect that a lot. Like, seriously, like, they're not concerned about speed or how they look or anything like that. Just go on their bikes and they go from point A to point B. So yeah, bikes are really chick magnets. Really chick magnets. For reals. And if any of you have any questions about that, or not even questions, comments, YouTube comment section is right below. I'm not gonna stop you. Go ahead, let it all out. Let me hear what you have to say, and we can have a nice little discussion about that part. Whether or not girls really do love bikes, or like men who ride bikes, right? So that's number 4. Number 5, for me, there's no better way to actually travel. Because look, I'm here going through traffic. If I was in a car right now, I would be sitting in that traffic and I'll probably be late for work. And I'm the type of person where I always leave out for work. I wouldn't say early, but like on time. So with me, riding a bike to work, it saves a lot of time. And no better way to travel. What I mean by that is when you're riding a bike, there's a lot attached. Like, it's like when you're riding a bike, there's a community that you're a part of. If you're a bike man or a bike woman and you ride a bike, and you break down on the road, another biker is more likely to actually stop and say, yo, you need some help, or help you out or something. Like, if you're in a car and you stop on the side of the road, nobody now look on you. No one is gonna look at you. You may have 1 and 2 out of 1,000, but if 1,000 bikes pass you, I can bet you my money that at least 500 of them are gonna stop. Yeah. So when you're riding a bike, there's a community that you're actually a part of. We tend to like to you know, greet each other. There's a special bike wave that we have, that we use to greet each other. And I'll be getting into that further, showing you guys the bike wave and, more things into the bike realm, because it really is a realm by itself. And also, a bonus topic is, I think riding a motorcycle or riding a bike actually makes you a better driver. Me personally, I learned to drive before I could actually ride a bike. Sounds a way, yes, but that's how I did it. With me learning to drive, I understood the road code, um, and what to do and what not to do. And then after I've learned to drive and I progress into the bike world, it's like I had the best of both worlds. It's like I understand how cars work, how drivers think, and you're better in tune. And also, people tend to get really lazy when they're driving. I think driving actually makes you complacent if you're driving an automatic. Well, if you're driving a manual, not really, but I think if you're driving altogether, it makes you complacent, and basically complacency leaves room for error. What I mean is, when people are complacent, they tend to be on their phones. They tend to be doing all manner of evil in their cars instead of actually being more aware. So with you riding a bike, it does make you more aware. Why? You have to think about what the driver ahead of you is gonna do. You have to think about what the driver beside you is gonna do. The one behind you. You have to think for everyone, even the pedestrians. You have to say, hey, I'm riding up to a pedestrian crossing. What if someone, crosses even though the light is green? What if that happens? So it's like riding a bike, you're more in tune, and I would say your senses are more heightened for some bikers. For others, I don't know what to say about them, yo. It's like they just, man, it's like their brain is just gone, Yeah. And also, another bonus topic is, when you're riding a bike, you tend to discover more places than when you're in a car. I don't know if anyone else can agree with me, but that is what I've experienced. Like when I'm on a bike, if I see a turnoff that I've never taken before, as long as I know the area is not bad, or not a crime prone area, then I'll be like, hey, I wonder what's going, I wonder how that lane looks, or where it leads to. And on a bike, you'll be more likely to actually divert and find other routes, than in a car, because cars, I think cars would, you just don't want to go anywhere different in a car. Basically, that's what I think. So bikes make you actually explore, um and be more in tune with your environment. So just gonna recap 5 reasons why I think bikes are awesome. Number one, there's virtually no traffic for bikers. We don't sit in traffic. We always go to the front of the lane, and we sit at the stoplight sometimes. The next benefit is gas prices. So yes, we don't spend a lot on gases, and everything just works out for us. The other is cost of owning a bike. So yes, bikes are much cheaper than cars, and if you just want a quick mode of transport, buy a bike. Girls love bikes as well, so that's another reason. And lastly, there's no better way to travel. Bikes are awesome. You discover more places. You have a community that you're part of. The bike community. I can tell you, I've met so many different bikers since I started riding a bike, basically. And they're pretty awesome people. I'm coming home 12 a.m. in the morning, and I met this dude whose bike broke down. Yeah. So now I'm at work, and if you guys got any comments, just leave it there in the comments section. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more content.